It's evening on a Saturday, and just before the night is done, I stretched a line here, going from the handrail, that white line right there, and I let it back toward the aft stay, the back stay here, and positioned it at a height where I want that riding sail to be. And I took that measurement, measured that angle. That was the last piece I was missing. I didn't show any of it on camera, but so now I can go ahead and make a riding sail, which is something I wish I had when I brought the boat from Anacortes around the Pacific coast over here. Now it's in Portland, Oregon. I took those measurements from outside after I draped that string, and I just put this little knock together. This would be the back stay here. This would be the plane of the boat, the horizontal plane of the deck. This line originally was what I was using as a mock-up. That's where I found out I really need to have one of these two angles here. And then so I just took this and measured that 81 degrees from where it's going to be connected to the deck at that handrail. I'm hoping that's going to work, but anyways, we'll go with that and put that together with my friend's sewing machine once I have some free time. And so I've got 3 yards of differing widths, just because I had 1 yard and I needed more. But I got it's 8.4 ounce sailcloth from Sailrite, 4 hanks, some luff rope, some seam tape, a bunch of webbing, a bunch of rings, and I tend to buy more than I need. I think I'm going to use 3 of them, but I got 5. Some eyes and the tool to actually secure the eyes to the sail. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make two triangles essentially. Right here, I'll cut 2 triangles out of the sailcloth. I'll join them together into one larger triangle, and then I'll start putting together some additional corner pieces, the rings, and the hanks along the beach edge. But there you have it. I want to show you this. Like, I'm trying to figure out which way to orient the sailcloth, and it looks like, I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not. Anyways, the predominant strands, it seems to me, and I could be wrong, but look like it goes left and right along this roll here, along the cut edge. And I think that the meaning there is that they are the more, those are the stronger, I forget what they call it, the waif, and I don't know. Anyway, so what I want to do is, let's come over here where we can see this stuff. I have this 48 inch dimension here. This is the middle. Actually, I probably show it down here. But this is going to be basically the, for lack of a better word, the clue, I guess. But I want those strands to be running this way when I put this together. It's a riding sail. I'm going to try not to overthink it. So here's the general shape. This will be the leech back here attached to the backstay, and then the, I don't know, whatever, forward end. And so I'll join them to here. I haven't joined them yet. And I've got some seam tape to do that. Okay, let's try this again. I needed a little help from the owner of the machine, Jill, and she was nice to offer it. So let's see what we do here. Awkward. Okay, I've made patches or corner reinforcements for all three corners, and I've got those put down just with seam tape, and I'll go over it now and get those all locked down. Not the best job, not the most symmetrical, but we won't worry about that too much. Well, here's how it stands. It's unfortunately pretty wrinkled. But I did get, I just started putting these patches in. I just sewed the outline of this one, and this one here, just one row. I'm going to take a break now. I got this one completely in. I'd probably overkill with the double stitching here, but I don't have a zigzag, so I'm doing more rows than I normally would. I got 3 here, which I think is the norm, but so anyways, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and pack up and get out of here. Come back another day. Okay, I got all 4 corner patches in place. Certainly not pretty. I'll be the first to admit that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and double fold the top 2 edges here, and this edge back here is going to be attached to the backstay, and that will get a bolt rope in there, and I got a little wider margin for that, but we'll go ahead and get these seam taped and then fold it over. Really want to stick very well. Okay, the second fold here. Doesn't really want to stay wrapped around the corner reinforcements, but we'll just go ahead and we'll tack that down with the sewing machine. I don't know exactly how or if this is going to help, but this, I think it's 3/16 of an inch. Let's see. Forget what I bought. What is that? No, maybe that's 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch nylon, I believe, bolt rope. And we're going to stick that down in there somehow or another. This seam tape doesn't want to stick. It's just too much for it. But that's all right. I will just force it down as I sew. Okay, now I want to cut the corners out a little bit to accommodate the rings. Let's see how this goes. I think I'm going to use 2 lengths. at each corner, sorry about that, maybe about that, what is that, it's 9 inches or something, 9 or 10 inches. That might be a little overkill. Let's get it brought down to 8 inches or so. I'll just try that and see what happens. Okay, we got 1, 2. Alright, I don't know how this should be done, but the idea that what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this ring right here, and then this is going to flap around and go to the opposite side. And then I'm going to have probably like 1 more in the middle. Okay. Oh, my sewing skills are rather non-existent. But I think it'll hold up. Well, I'm glad I started with 1 because I've already learned something. I thought that I would have this spread over here, but that's really not the best way to hold this ring. What I probably should do is have 3 radiating out. And so I probably should have just... So this is exactly backed to what I just sewed, and which means I shouldn't have sewed this like I just did. Oh well. All right, that's my first attempt. Not too bad. I think I cut this a little wide here. Maybe do it a little bit narrower on the, but it is well secure there. It's not flopping around. And I did three lines of stitches. This is, again, this sewing machine just straight stitch. So I just did 3 lines. I did a cross stitch up here, did cross stitches up in here. But I think that'll be all right. Okay, we got all 3 corners put together here. And next I'll go ahead and get those eyelets put in here. I don't know how that's gonna mess up my stitching, but maybe I'll come back and actually maybe I'll just do that right now. I'll just put stitches on each side of where the grommets are gonna go. That's probably a good idea. Okay, I've got the spacing for the grommets, and so I just marked along here, and I'm just going to zip some threads, sew these down here like this, so that it kind of captures that a little bit more. Probably overkill, but we'll do it anyways. Here I'm taking the spur grommets that I have and the number 1 hanks, and I'm trying to figure out where to place them. I decided that the edge of the hole near the bolt rope should be a 1/2 inch from the outside, which in this case is right there. Before I actually punch a hole into the sail that I spent, I don't know, close to 10 hours making, I thought I would go ahead and try this out first. See what happens. That's 4 layers here. This is the 5/16 inch punch. Let's give that a go. That didn't even go all the way through. Okay, so still. There we go. Okay, and so this does not fit in there at all. Okay, here's the 7/16. There we go. seems to be pretty good. Okay, so I'm going with the 7/16 inch hole punch. These are #1 spur grommets. They're called 5/16 inch spur grommets, and the male end fits through there just about perfectly. Okay, I've got this spur grommet installation tool from Sailrite. I just bit the bullet and spent all the money. I brought a heavier hammer. This is overkill and it should be a dead blow, but we'll just go slowly and see what happens. Okay, this looks pretty good, I think. Alright, and the last step we'll be putting on the hanks, and these are #1 hanks, also from Sailrite. And I decided that when putting up the sail, this edge right here, where the hanks are going to go along, of course, the backstay. And I'm right-handed, so I want the pistons for myself on the right-hand side of the sail. And then I'm going to tap those down. And I don't know what the appropriate tool is for this, but I'm going to use a just a hammer. That's as far as I got it. I'd like it to be closed up just to, whatever that last 1/8 inch is, but let's see if I can do that. No, that's about as far as it's going to go. So we'll do that. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to come off or anything, so let's get the rest of those done. Okay, here it is, all done. I've got the hanks 4 in a row, and I've got the stainless steel rings at the top, and then again at the bottom, all secured with 3 pieces of webbing. These I sewed 3 times. I've got the corner reinforcements and the leading edge here. It got a little dirty, a little beat up along the way, but I'm pleased with the way it came out. Hey, thank you so much for joining along. I really appreciate your views. Any comments you have, please put them below. And now that I've got this out of the way, I'm still waiting for parts for the engine, but I hope to get the compression test on the engine done here in the next few days. And then I'll get a new video out about that and the subsequent teardown that I do expect to have happen. Anyways, thanks again. We'll see you.